Nagabenta ki khubor baman kasni pet bat subscribe ya uan.
Kublai fi baro kini gilong ki kubor bam takasngi. Unong yalam kalyang persya udi arbukul em sangma ulapan pau hapo ka dorbar senraya kajin sokhia halor kajin yakanat hakara li tuk ka KSU haka khat khanai tarik unailar. Haba jubab UCM Konrad ke sangma ulapan tip ba la register kasan terliki FIR la itu ya sangut kibadon keti bat kila kem ya uwe la thauru ya ka SIT hapo kajin yalam UIG lo an order bantokit bat pengat hukum ya baru kinong le kamsniu. UCM ula ong ba hadin kajin yalang ke Meghalaya Assam haka arpo arterik unailar laweng ya kajin khanglenti bat ya ka kawan kalak long ka babiang kumba julong laburu ya ka hotline bat on thau ya ki join committee ban penbek ya kajing ya kanat haki district kaput bat ki kam tourist taxi u Dr. Bukul ula dawa badai ban register FIR persya ya ki kan hun ki ba khang lenti bat penthot ya ki jin chakri ba essential.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I would like to raise a point of order under Rule 300 of the Rules of Procedure and Conduct of Business. And I would like to draw the attention of the House pertaining to Rule 55 of the Rules of Procedure and Conduct of Business. And I would like to read the rule. Rule 55 of Rules of Procedure and Conduct of Business in Meghalaya Legislative Assembly. A statement may be made by a member on a matter of public importance with the consent of the Speaker, but no question shall be asked at the time the statement is made. Mr. Speaker, sir, this is the first time I find that the government has not come up with the necessary statement to share the information which is crucial for this August House at this juncture, particularly pertaining to the incident that has preceded this day. We all are witness to this, and a very unprecedented situation as a culmination of the incident on the 19th instant in Shillong, that the people of the state was held to ransom.
You were not allowed to move forward. The next item was the statement I was going to make.
Is this coming?
Yeah, that's exactly.
Okay, then
that's why I intervened.
Repeating, because how the state was held to ransom by the non-government actors and how essential services to the state has been disrupted. I think it is a very serious issue. We would like to know from the government as to what actions have been taken and how this type of situation can be prevented in future, and how this type of non-government actors can be put to task as per the law, that the state is not held to ransom at any point of time.
I have already received notice that the Honorable Chief Minister, the Leader of the House, wants to give a suo motu statement under the Rule 50 right after the obituary references. So, Chief Minister, to make a suo motu statement under Rule 55, please.
Mr. Speaker, sir, on the 19th of August 2026, a black flag bike rally by the KSU was undertaken. On approval of the Deputy Commissioner, East Khasi Hills District, with an undertaking from the KSU that the bike rally would be peaceful. However, during the rally, some miscreants indulged in violent acts, including pelting stones at 31 vehicles and attacking innocent bystanders, which included 8 vehicles from Assam with Assam registration. 18 people were injured and all were taken for medical attention to Shillong Civil Hospital. On the same night, the President, the Vice President, and the General Secretary of the KSU were arrested under various sections of the BNSS, and the Meghalaya Maintenance of Public Order Act was invoked. 15 FIRs have been filed so far in connection with the incident on 19th of August 2026. 5 masked persons have so far been identified as being involved in the incident of 19th August 2026, particularly in the attacks on Assam registered vehicles. One of them has been already arrested. The government of Meghalaya has constituted a special investigation team to identify and investigate all the miscreants involved in the violence in Shillong, particularly those responsible for attacks on Assam registered vehicles, and to ensure their prosecution in accordance with law. The SIT is headed by the IG Law and Order. Further, to ensure normalcy between Assam and Meghalaya, a joint meeting was held on the 22nd of August 2026 between the two delegations headed by Deputy CM Meghalaya and Senior Cabinet Minister from Assam, Shri Atul Boraji, and Deputy CM, Shri Snobalang Dharji, which was attended by the respective Chief Secretaries and senior officials. Based on the meeting, the road blockade at Jorabat by the Assam associations was called off, leading to resumption of normalcy in the movement of essential commodities across the state. A dedicated hotline between Assam and Meghalaya has been established. Permanent district-level joint committees will be constituted, comprising the Deputy Commissioner Nongpo and the Deputy Commissioner Kamrup Metropolitan, along with police officers of the corresponding level from both districts, to ensure that day-to-day issues arising along the interstate border are resolved promptly. A joint committee comprising the Commissioner, Secretary-level transport authorities of both states, along with representatives of the Tourist Vehicle Association, will be constituted to facilitate and regulate tourist transport movement and safeguard the shared tourism interests of Assam and Meghalaya. Further, yesterday, a meeting was chaired by Honorable Deputy Chief Minister in charge Transport with the Meghalaya Association, in which the associations agreed to withdraw the agitation which resulted in normalcy in the movement of vehicles, and the next meeting along with the association will take place sometime in the second week of September to further discuss other matters. Sir, also on this front, I would like to assure the members of this august House, as well as the citizens of our state, that the unfortunate incident that took place is something that the government has taken strong note of. We have been swift in the actions that have been taken by us, and we want to ensure and assure the House and the citizens of our state that the government will take all steps and leave no stone unturned to ensure that the miscreants who were involved and indulged in the violent activities will be brought to justice. Thank you, sir.
Speaker, sir, Mr. Speaker, sir, though the rule doesn't allow any questions to be raised, but I would like to just submit before the August House for the benefit of this August House and also for the government to take cognizance of certain concern which is not covered under this statement under Rule 55 is that while whatever measures have already been taken by the government is appreciated, but it is a fact that nobody has right to hold the state to ransom, disrupting the essential services, whether any FIR has been lodged against those non-government actors. These are required. Otherwise, it has become a precedent, it will become a precedent, and it is going to be repeated. I am aware of this because we have to have the power of anticipation. And naming and shaming the state, the whole freelancers, these are something which is dangerous in this era when we are in the era of social media. Therefore, I think, may I request through you, Mr. Speaker, sir, this may be taken cognizance of, and I demand that FIR should be lodged against those non-government actors who have held the state of the people of the state to ransom, particularly disrupting essential services. Otherwise, it will be a precedent, and we will see this tamasa again and again. There will be repetition. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Thank you. Since I've admitted this statement under Rule 55, where no question can be asked when the time when statement is made, but however, I think the government has taken note of it. So, since there is no further business before the House for the day, the House stands adjourned till 10 a.m. on Tuesday, the 25th August 2026.